Greetings, you symbiotic worms. Hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. Today, we're looking at a pack of Onslaught from the far-off year of 2002. Oh boy, it's 20 years old. Great. Welcome to a world where whole armies transform in the heat of battle. This set has Morph. That's why it says that. Ah, okay. This was given to us by Sean, or Coreflux in chat, or 0SC on Discord, who evidently had a lot of cards all organized, or packs organized in the same section of the drawer, because I grabbed a handful of them at once. This is an expert set from back when they used to say that. Isn't that nice to be like, oh, look at me, I'm a magic expert. Ah. That was a very smooth pack opening. It barely sounded like it. 20 years old? Still smells... No, it smells old, actually. It smells 20 years old. Well, I don't know how old things smell, but it doesn't smell like moldy or anything. It's just... It doesn't have the crispness of a new pack of cards. First up, Crafty Pathmage. 2 and a blue for a 1/1 wizard, and with an ability, tap, target creature with power 2 or less is unblockable this turn. Oh, this is from an era where the tap icon wasn't just the arrow, it was actually fully the card. The little circle with the card and the arrow in the card. I forgot about that period of time. Anyway. Sure. I don't know if that card's any good. I don't feel like it is, but here we are. Naturalize is next and has been for some time. 1 and a green for an instant, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Yeah. Good old Naturalize. Always getting annoying artifacts. Dirge of the Dead. 2 and a black for a sorcery. All creatures gain fear until end of turn. All creatures. They can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures. Fear was before they put it into every color and called it Intimidate. Also, it has cycling for 1 and a black, which means you discard this and draw a card. But also, when you cycle Dirge of the Dead, you may have target creature gain fear until end of turn, which was probably the way you wanted to use it most of the time. I think this person is made of rats, or at least seems to be hanging out with rats. Gravel Slinger is 3 and a white for a 1/3 soldier. With tap, Gravel Slinger deals 1 damage to target attacking or blocking creature, which I guess makes sense that there's only 1 damage if all he's throwing is gravel. Also, he has Morph. As a reminder for Morph, you pay 3 mana and you put this into play face down as a 2/2 colorless creature that you can look at and your opponent cannot. And then at any time, you can pay the morph cost, which in this case is 1 and a white, to flip it up. And that doesn't use the stack and it can't be responded to, and suddenly it's up. And so you could block with this and then flip it up, and suddenly it's a 1/3 that's blocking and not a 2/2, and then you could use its ability and ping. You could maybe like surprise get your opponent's 2/2. It's you know, it's one of the least exciting morphs I think I've ever seen, but hey, let me talk about Morph and what that does. I've never seen that card in my life. Battering Craghorn is a beast. It's a 2 red for a 3/1 beast with first strike and morph for 1 red. So this is much more frightening because you got just a little 2/2, little colorless 2/2, and you attack, and they're like, all right, I block with your 3/3, and suddenly 1 red, boom, it's a 3/1 with first strike. Oh, you win combat because your Battering Craghorn is scary. Anytime a morph has first strike, it's unsettling. Now, morph has shown up in supplemental sets here and there, but they brought morph back in a standard set during Khan's block, and they had sort of like a rule in that set that like any of the ones under 5 mana would be sort of matched, and any of the ones over 5 mana is where you needed to be like really worried about it. That wasn't the case here. These morphs could be anything, and often were. Sage Aven, 3 and a blue for a 1/3 bird wizard with flying. When Sage Aven comes into play, look at the top 4 cards of your library and put them back in any order. Oh, that's not worth 4 mana. A 1/3 flyer that just lets you rearrange the top 4 cards? Hope you've got a shuffle effect when you look at the top 4 cards of your library and realize you're going to lose this game in 4 turns. Brightstone Ritual is next. It's a single red mana for an instant. Add red to your mana pool for each goblin in play. Oh, not that you control. Each goblin. It's unlikely that it's a goblin mirror, but hey, that is possibly a relevant card. Possibly a relevant card, not possibly irrelevant. Though it could also be that, because I don't know. Crown of Ascension, with art of clearly a person the artist knows. 1 and a blue for a creature enchantment. The enchanted creature has flying. You put the Crown of Ascension on them, and then they ascend with the crown into the sky. Sacrifice Crown of Ascension. The enchanted creature and other creatures that share a creature type with it gain flying until end of turn. So that's pretty cool. You just go, all right, everybody, whoom, to the skies, just for this turn. Elvish Guidance. 2 and a green for a land enchantment. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds green to their mana pool for each elf in play. How have I never heard of this card? This is one of those things where it's actually not good enough to be in elves, probably, is what that means, but that's interesting. Crozen Tusker. Love the Tusker. 5 green for a 6/5 beast. That's what it would be if on the rare occasion that you cast it as a big creature. More notably, it has cycling for 2 and a green. So you discard it and you draw a card. But also, when you cycle Crozen Tusker, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. So really, it's 2 and a green to tutor for a basic and draw a card. And then I guess if you draw it late game, then you get a 6/5 beast. But generally, you're cycling Crozen Tusker. Cruel Revival is 4 and a black for an instant. Destroy target non-zombie creature. It can't be regenerated. Return up to 1 target zombie card from your graveyard to your hand. 5 mana instant. Destroy something that's not a zombie. They can't regenerate it. You get a zombie back from your bin. Yeah. I like that. Maybe not in this set, but I've never drafted Onslaught. Have you? Tell me about it in the comments below. We're on to the uncommons now. Slice and Dice, both at the same time. 4 red for a sorcery. Slice and Dice deals 4 damage to each creature. That's a lot. Or you can cycle it for 2 and a red. Whenever you cycle it, you may have it deal 1 damage to each creature. That's a may. You don't even have to have it deal 1 damage to each creature. I have no concept of whether or not this is good, but it's sort of a wrath, so it's probably pretty alright. It's got that flexibility that we like. You can do multiple things. Kamal's Summons. 3 and a green for a sorcery. Each player may reveal any number of creature cards from their hand. Then, each player puts a 2/2 green bear creature token into play for each card they revealed this way. Why do I not have this card in my bear deck? Maybe I do have this card in my bear deck, or maybe that would just be bad. Maybe it would just be bad in Commander, because suddenly everyone has bears. But if I have Ayula out, then all of my bears could fight all the other bears. Right? I should consider putting that in the deck. Soulless One. 3 and a black for a zombie avatar. Whoa. It's got star power and toughness. Soulless One's power and toughness are equal to the number of zombies in play plus the number of zombie cards in all graveyards. Well, that seems fun also. I like what I'm seeing about potentially some sort of zombie deck in this format. That's kind of cool. And a rare. I've seen this card around occasionally. It's Weathered Wayfarer. Single white mana for a 1/1 Nomad Cleric, because it's the human, not the strange antlered beast. It has an activated ability for white and tap. Search your library for a land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Note, play this ability only if an opponent controls more lands than you. So it's a catch-up mechanic for lands. I don't know where I'm going in draft here. Probably Slice and Dice, I guess? Or Cruel Revival. Maybe you just want something that can kill something. But I mean, Slice and Dice is a wrath that you can just cycle, so, there's that option too. if I'm looking with my money eyes, sorry, I had a flash in my head of like in a cartoon where someone like their eyes make the cash register noise and then it's just dollar signs. I was trying to relate that vocally and I just said money eyes. I have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, if you're curious, Weathered Wayfarer is actually north of 9, which is pretty impressive. The pack as a whole is 1350. So not bad. I probably still wouldn't first pick Weathered Wayfarer in draft, but that's just because I don't know anything about this format. I might just take Croson Tusker because it's so good. Anyway, thank you to Sean for sending this pack through. Appreciate that. That's it for the Crack-A-Pack today. If you want to send us a pack, please do, if you are into that sort of thing, to the address on your screen. More importantly, this show and everything that we do is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. You help us do everything, and it means a tremendous amount. Until next time, I have been Graham, James has been working tech, Matt edits these, Heather gets them online, and you all hang out and watch. And so I like to think that we're all doing our part. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.